Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mouth of the Mark. It's Sunday. It's that particular Sunday out of the month, WWE Money in the Bank. We are hours away, and Daniel and I are here, and we're going to give you guys our predictions for Money in the Bank tonight. So let's just jump right into it, Daniel. We'll take it apart, match by match. Let's start with the pre-show. We're going to have King Barrett versus R-Truth. Hit me with it.
I think it's just a way to get these guys a payday. It could actually be contractually obligated. How terrible have they treated King Barrett though? How bad have they dropped the ball on that, man?
King Barrett had such high potential. I was ready for Bad News Barrett to get the push of a lifetime with this, winning the King of the Ring over Adrian Neville and all that stuff. But they have just really dropped the ball, terribly so. He's booked horrible on TV. Have we seen him win a match yet on TV, after winning King of the Ring?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't think so.
He won on SmackDown. I know that. He beat Jack Swagger after the R-Truth debacle thing, but I can't remember the last time I've seen him win anything important, at least. I mean, they've done nothing with him. That being said, I think King Barrett is going to beat R-Truth at Money in the Bank, but, I mean, he should be beating everybody. You know what I mean?
Right,
he should be beating everybody right now. So, terrible booking, but I go with King Barrett in our kickoff show.
I mean, yeah, they have nothing. There's no even reason for this match. So I don't even know. I mean, they've kept having Barrett lose, and at least Truth got some TV time. On Monday. So I mean, who knows, man? Maybe it'll be Truth. I don't know. I think you're right though. I'll go ahead and pick Barrett just because it seems like the safest bet.
They're giving Truth TV time, but his TV time on Monday was to promote the ladder match, and then this match was thrown together just based off of SmackDown. I don't really understand.
No, it was announced before SmackDown.
Okay, but it's still, I mean, if you want to talk about Truth getting TV time and actually looking legitimate, I mean, look at his stuff that he did for the Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania. That was probably the most legitimate anybody thought Truth was in the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
So, I think that this is just a really rushed kind of, oh man, we need something on the pre-show because, all of our other matches are title matches and we can't have those on the pre-show.
Right.
So let's put this together. So I don't like it. But it looks like the first match for the main card, if I'm looking at this card correctly, do you think Cena and them are going to go on first? Or do you think they're going to put the tag titles on first?
The way I see the card is it's Nikki Bella versus Paige for the Divas Championship.
Okay. And see, I didn't get mine off of WWE.com. Mine's just off of a couple of dirt sheets that I just had kind of copied and pasted.
Oh, okay.
So okay, well let's go with that one then. Let's go with the Divas title, Paige versus Nikki. I'm gonna just come out and say it. Nikki's gonna win.
Yeah, Nikki's gonna win. Next match.
Well, hang on, because this is something that I've thought about ever since she got the title and AJ left. She's breaking AJ's record. I guarantee it. They're gonna put it on her. They're gonna keep it on her, and she's gonna break AJ's record. What do you think?
Maybe. I don't know if they will. or not. I know she's still got 100 days or something. It's still 3 or 4 more months. I don't know. I don't think she's going to keep it that long, honestly. I think she'll keep it really close, but I don't think they're going to do that yet. Because, everything that they have been putting AJ on has been very much thank you, AJ. They're not burying her. They're not treating her like CM Punk. I don't think that they hate AJ. I think people assume that they hate each other just because of the CM Punk situation. But, I don't think that's the case at all with them. I think it's going to be, I think they still have a pretty good relationship with AJ. I think if AJ wanted to come back and work, she could, no problem.
I think so too. But at the same time, I see AJ as one of those characters like Punk, where she wasn't really meant to get super over, and then she did. So I don't know, because AJ is a creation of herself. AJ marketed herself well, where she was. I mean, aside from she would have been nothing more than a Maria to me because of all the boyfriend angles she did, where Maria did all the boyfriend angles and all that stuff. But it's just, I don't know. I think that they want a WWE guy, like a WWE creation, to have that record, and I think Nikki's going to be the one that they put that on. But I could be wrong. Nikki could lose it to Paige tonight, which would be cool. But I would rather Nikki win, have the Bellas stay full heel, and then in the next month or two have Charlotte or Sasha or Bayley or even Becky Lynch come up and just have a good program there.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. What is officially after the Divas match? Because I show the tag titles.
I show the Intercontinental. I mean, I'm going through ProWrestling.net, so I mean, I don't think we have the official lineup.
Okay.
But I have the Intercontinental title being next, Ryback versus Big Show.
I'm gonna say Ryback wins that one, man.
Yeah.
I know we don't like it, but I don't. They just had to swap the title, so I don't think Ryback's gonna win it and lose it in 1 month.
No.
And certainly not the Big Show. No. But this will be and I know we don't like his work, but this will be a nice enhancement match for the character. And I guess this is kind of one of those things where I think we talked about it once, where it's like, okay, Ryback's hurt a couple of guys or come close to hurting a couple guys. Let's put him in with Show. Show's big, he's durable, and let's see how it works.
Yeah.
So,
no, yeah, I think you're right, and that's what they're doing. I mean, I think that the smartest way to book this match is don't give them more than 10 minutes.
Agreed.
12 at max, just because they don't need it. And honestly, they might just try to keep this feud going because there's probably not really anything else for Ryback right now, and they, obviously they need to use Show on TV because they just have to put Big Show on TV. So, I think that they might do some kind of screw job finish here. They might do some kind of DQ. But one way or the other, Ryback's coming out on top tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go with let's do Cena and Owens next, man. John Cena versus Kevin Owens in the rematch. I'm gonna be bold, and I'm gonna say that Owens goes 2-0 against Cena.
I agree.
I actually don't think it will happen because of the Super Cena formula. Because the Super Cena formula is Cena loses, Cena wins, Cena probably wins again. But I think that after the Bray Wyatt and Ryback thing, I think Owens is going to go 2-0, and if he doesn't go 2-0, he's going to go 2-1.
Honestly, I think that Owens is the safe bet. I think that Cena would be the shock if he wins tonight. At least in the Mark community, probably not in like the main thing. But I mean, they're trying to put they're trying to put the world on Owens' back right now, and I think that they're really counting on him to be a big, huge main event guy there. And I think that it doesn't really make sense to have him lose unless it's a DQ finish and Cena goes there. But I will say that I don't think it's going to be a clean finish tonight. I don't think it's going to be AA 1 2 3. I don't think it's going to be pop up powerbomb 1 2 3. I think there's going to be something fishy about it. Maybe a count out, maybe a DQ. But it's not going to be. I think Cena will come really close to beating him, and then Owens will, give him a nut shot or something, and then they'll ring the bell. I'm not positive, but I mean, that's on it. That's, to me, that would be the smartest way to book it, to keep it going. Obviously, they're going to want to keep this feud going. So.
Yeah, but the question is do they keep it going through Battleground, or do you go 4 matches and do SummerSlam, like have this as a SummerSlam draw? Because Battleground's in between. You have 2 more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I think the safe bet would be I agree with your non-clean finish, and then have a false match, like kind of like how they did with Rollins and Ambrose at one of the pay-per-views before Hell in a Cell, basically. Do like a false match and have Cena and Owens advertised, and then I don't know. Owens attacks Cena, or Owens just walks out or something like that, and then you have the big draw for SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think that's a smart way to do it, especially if you're going to go more than 2. But I'm going to say Owens. You say Owens. Tag team title match, Primetime Players versus New Day. New Day. Safe bet.
All day.
Super safe.
It'll be a good match, though. I really do think it's going to be a good I think this has sleeper possibilities on it. It's going to be a top 3 or 4 match on the card to me.
Absolutely. Darren
So
Young is always solid. So
I'm excited to see it, but I agree 100%. It's gonna be New Day.
Yeah, and especially if what we talked about last week happens, it's an inevitability that they win.
Right.
So, but leading to that is the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes.
So who do you? I have Roman Reigns, and I know I'm going to get yelled at by a bunch of marks, but I feel like he's the safe bet for Money in the Bank. I mean, he's on that slow uphill. You know, they started with the let's skyrocket him to the top. That had so much backlash. Well, now he's getting some pretty good traction behind him. He's getting about 90% cheers, 10% boos. You know, so I think Roman having the contract for a few months would be great. Like that'll be good for him in terms of making sure that he can keep his steady incline of momentum and actual positive reaction building towards that cash in.
Yeah.
And of course, if they face backlash this time, they can use that opportunity to turn him heel if they really want to. Because with the contract, I mean, it really doesn't matter face or heel. Your Royal Rumble winner, you win the Royal Rumble as a face, you kind of want to finish it out as a face. Batista was just an exception because of extraordinary circumstances.
Right.
So
yeah, I agree. I think you're right. The safe bet would be Roman Reigns, especially considering the eventual turn. The real question that a lot of marks have right now is which one's going to turn first, Ambrose or Reigns.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be Reigns, even though a lot of people would rather see Ambrose heel work, including myself. I think I'd rather see Ambrose as a heel. But my pick for this match is still Kofi Kingston. I think it's the shock one that the WWE seems it would make benefit them to plan to do that. Take them through Battleground, and that way you not only do you do that, but you get 2 weeks and you can really, really, really bring up your tag team title value. Just by having him in the group, you can actually make the tag titles, a way more prestigious in 2 or 3 weeks' time before July the 4th. Which eventually, to me, it's a no-brainer that you have him win Money in the Bank and either cash it in tonight or cash it in on like a Raw or cash it in at Battleground and have Kofi win. And just so Lesnar can be the champion going into SummerSlam. I think that makes the most sense long-term booking. But then again, you never know. Maybe Kofi woke up this morning with a bad hamstring and we'll end up getting the safe pick. That's the thing about these ladder matches, man, is a lot of the times, especially with Money in the Bank matches, they've kind of built themselves into a corner with this whole gimmick where you get a world title contract because a lot of times somebody gets hurt or they change directions in the middle of the year and then you're stuck with this guy that you thought may have deserved a world title shot, but 4 or 5 months down the line, he's kind of lost his steam. And you're screwed with him, because you don't want to devalue the briefcase because you don't want to have him just go and lose for no good reason at a Raw. So now you have to build him in this angle. To me, Money in the Bank itself, it should just be for a #1 contendership at the next pay-per-view. It shouldn't just be this open. I mean, I know the creative idea behind it is cool. The fact that it can be any time. I just think if I was a writer, I would absolutely hate the idea because it would back me into a corner. I wouldn't be able to freely go with the crowd and go, judge by my fan base. I would pretty much have to stick to my script for a year. I could vary a little bit, but
I don't know. I kind of disagree because on the opposite. Well, I agree, but then I also see the opposite end of that coin. I mean, take WrestleMania. What was it? Was it 28? WrestleMania 28. Okay, I think it was 28. So don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But WrestleMania 28. Swagger was built up to be the next heel world heavyweight champion. He got busted with pot. He got punished. Del Rio went over, and then Ziggler got his cash in. And Ziggler got
but that's what I'm saying. Like you already had that plan for Swagger, so Money in the Bank in that case worked out to be a good backup plan for them. But I know that they were scrambling when Dolph had that briefcase for so long. Well, yeah, they didn't want to give him the title because when he first won it, he was on fire, and he lost steam because his mic work started to really suck, and so I mean, and I think he's gotten better. But see, to me, this is why. And as much as I'm a Dolph Ziggler mark of his work, I don't necessarily think he should be a top guy. I don't think he should be the main event guy because I don't think you can put him in the ring with John Cena as a heel like you did Kevin Owens and deliver that kind of promo. He can't do that. You know, I don't think he can. I mean, if he can, then he hasn't showed that to me in the past, what is it, 6, 7 years that it's been on TV now?
It's been longer than that. But
yeah, so I mean, come on, man. Like you need to be happy to be scratching at the main event, at the upper mid card. Like you're gonna be second, third to last guy for the rest of your career. And that's a good career, man. You're Mr. Perfect. You know what I mean? You're not Hulk Hogan. You're just not gonna be. You can deliver a short little promo every now and then, but sometimes they're total duds, but your in-ring work is stellar. That's who you are. You're Owen Hart, you're a British Bulldog, those kind of guys. Yeah. I mean, and those guys are legends. Dolph Ziggler to me, when he retires, will probably go to the Hall of Fame. But he is not a Mount Rushmore caliber worker.
No. He's a Mark fan because he does some of the best ring work. You know, he puts on a great show every week. So he's there for the marks. He is the IWC poster boy, essentially. You know, I mean, obviously Daniel Bryan really is the IWC poster boy because of getting that main event push, but that's because Daniel can do all those promos and things like that. I mean, Daniel's promos with Cena, I don't know, dude. That promo with Cena going into SummerSlam where he was like, I'd slap you in the face as hard as I can, but you don't deserve it because you're not a real wrestler. Like, that shit even had me marking out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm cool. This can happen. Daniel, and I agree, everybody has their off moment. I mean, Daniel got caught deer in the headlights with all the CM Punk chants, and Stephanie McMahon had to bail his ass out on a promo. So, I get it. It happens. But, he's better on the mic than most guys who are in his position. But speaking of two guys who are pretty good on the mic, though, let's go to the main event because that's all that's left here. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. As much as I really want Dean Ambrose to win, I think it's an inevitability that Seth Rollins is walking out of Money in the Bank with his title.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't have this whole like stolen belt angle. Give him the belt for a month and then just have him win the belt. Now, the only way I can see this happening if he wins the belt is that they want to get really crafty really quick. Like if they're trying to get a lot of stuff done between now and SummerSlam and they need another heel quick. And if they have Roman Reigns win Money in the Bank and then go into the main event and beat Ambrose and do the full-on heel turn right there, I think it's a possibility. But then I would really shit on Rollins. Like, I mean, he would go down to like age really quickly, and I don't want that to happen. He doesn't deserve that to happen. He's the best in the company right now. But my pick is the safe pick. It's got to be I mean, don't be surprised.
Yeah, they could do it. Either way, they've got some pretty good openings. Like let's say Rollins wins. Okay, Rollins wins, and then Roman can cash in as a face. Okay, no problem. So Ambrose wins. Ambrose is hot and heavy as a face right now. You can do the Roman Reigns heel turn, or you can do the Kofi Kingston cash in if Kofi wins it. Or if Seth wins and Kane actually wins Money in the Bank, Kane can do a face turn. Or Kane can do a heel turn and the Authority abandons Seth. So like there's a lot of possibilities with cash-ins that can all happen on the same night. So because I know we had talked about Kane possibly winning last week, and I know neither of us went with that pick, but Kane winning opens a whole nother box of worms too. Because with Kane, it doesn't matter who wins. Because if Seth wins, Kane can cash in as a face turn or can cash in as the Authority forsaking Seth. If Dean wins, Kane can cash in and just say, oh, it's the way to keep the title in the Authority. And then he can do whatever with Rollins, whether he lays down for Rollins on Monday night, face turns on Monday night, the Authority abandons Rollins on Monday night. There's a lot that they can work with at least half of the people in Money in the Bank. There's a lot that can be done. So
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm excited for the show, dude. I'm excited for the post show. Brent may have to work tonight, so he may not be on. But I'm it's still tentative. But if not, man, I'm always we always do a good job back and forth. Sometimes I feel like we should just not announce guests and just kind of randomly have them on.
Well, they never work out. They never work out when we announce them. So from now on, we're just going to be like, nah, just us, guys. Y'all got to put up with us every week. And then if somebody else shows up, whatever.
Yeah, it'll be a special treat if we get guests. They'll just be on. You'll just magically catch them.
Yep, that's right. More reason to watch every week.
Absolutely.
So, but that's going to do it for our predictions, guys. Let us know what y'all think about, who you think is going to win all the matches. We'll have the card posted as a comment. That way you guys can post winners. Make sure to watch Money in the Bank tonight. I mean, I think this month is still free too to new subscribers. So if for some reason you don't have the network yet, download the network on your computer, your PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. Get the network, use it. WWE, there's your plug. I'll expect my royalties check soon. And make sure to join us back here after Money in the Bank because we're going to do our Money in the Bank review tonight. That's right. We don't wait till during the week like all those other famous people who actually have things to do. We're marks that have nothing to do, so we're going to review it tonight. Absolutely. So make sure to join us later tonight, guys. Enjoy Money in the Bank, and we'll see y'all then.